Welcome back to Race Control. There's now just over 1,000 miles left to Auckland, and a lot has changed in the past 24 hours. When we left you yesterday, the boats were parked in the second set of doldrums. They've now all broken through the clouds, with the eastern boats first. Next, we'll call the 2 French navigators on board the 2 red boats. But first, let's check in quickly on what it was like on Team Brunel.
Situation. It's a snail race. So basically all the boats are aligned and we're waiting for a signal to start going to the finish.
These guys up there going 10 miles at 1:32, 15 miles. It's wind 8 knots from the east. Dongfeng's next to Abu Dhabi.
It's tough for Team Brunel. They've had a roller coaster of a leg and definitely wanted to be the team pushing through that cloud gate first. We've put the full video out of that online, so check it out. And next up, we called Jean-Luc on board Montfray because they were the first to actually break through. You exited the doldrums really nicely this morning, leading the fleet, and then you've picked or decided to go east. Why is that?
Not totally decide to go east, that the 2 other guys would decide to go west. In fact, I bear away a lot at the beginning in the windy condition we have at the exit of the doldrum. I think it was a good choice. But at the beginning, we didn't know if they do that because are bow to bow and trying to pass each other. But that's it. We lost them, and also we are struggling since the beginning of the leg with boat speed and. Very often when we are close to this boat, we are a bit slower, so maybe we try something a little bit different to play a chance somewhere in the ocean, a bit different than they do.
So are you happy with this easternmost position heading towards Auckland? Do you think that's the best place to be?
Yeah, a bit stressful because the weather is not exactly very easy. We are very close to low pressure, moving in very close to our north. Or the wind is very shifty. There is a light spot all around the road before Auckland, so it's difficult. We have to be avoid to be catched by the light spot or goes in a light spot, so it's a bit tricky. But anyway, we are in a good position, and I hope we get some more lucks to finish in a good position in Auckland.
As Jean-Luc mentioned, there's a low building to their west, so there might be more breeze and more pressure to the west. So next we call Dongfeng Race Team's replacement navigator for this leg, Erwan Israel. The first question from us, obviously, is how close are you currently? Can you guys see Azam near you?
Yeah, I see them. They are just leeward of us, less than a mile, and we've been catching up on them today. And right now we are a little slower, working on keeping the speed to be fast again. But they are just to leeward of us.
How much is this offshore racing? How much is this match racing? And how does that affect your tactics from here to Auckland?
I would not say it's match racing, but for sure it's funny because almost every day since the start we saw a boat close to us, and I think it's happened only 1 or 2 days we were alone, but every day we have a boat close to us, and we can check the speed on IES, and so it's good to make sure we are fast. And tactically, there is one boat we look more than the other for sure. It's Abu Dhabi. So I feel it's like these 2 boats are attract. So when one is doing something, the other is doing the same. So right now, when we catch a new wind today, Montfray stay height, and as soon as we bear away, Abu Dhabi bear away as well to control, and we don't want to leave them also. So I'm sure we'll stay close until Auckland.
Is there any angle of sail or sail that you have on board that you guys are faster on? And is there any angle that they're, say, faster on?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. This sport is really hard to make fast. It's heavy, and sometimes you don't know why, but you are slow and you are working, and you know the team didn't have a huge time before the race to work on every setup, so they have learned a lot on the boat on this leg. I'm sure they will be better for the next one. And but there is some angle we are really fast, like normally now, and some angle on wind speed we have to work on, still improve and analyze the data at the end of the race why we were slow. But that's it. I think it's there is no boat which is always fast. Abu Dhabi is a fast boat for sure, but today we gain 1 mile against him. So I'm very happy with the speed we have.
Okay, so you're happy with the speed you have now on this angle. Can you tell us which angles maybe you guys aren't good at?
It's wide reaching. We are with Master Zero. It's light wind. We have between 11 and 30 knots of wind, and it's wide reaching. I want more than thing.
I figured you wouldn't. Okay, what about that comeback? You guys were last, and in 48 hours you went from last to first. Was the team surprised, or is it just that's the motto, keep working, keep fighting, and it happens to pay off sometimes?
Honestly, I was really down when we were last. 2 days in a row we had a squall who stopped us. Basically, we lost 20 miles every squall. So in 2 days we lost everything, and I was really nervous about being able to catch up, because it was not sure at all there will be opportunity. And Charles tries to keep me motivated, and he was optimistic. He said something will happen.
Did you notice how antsy Charles was in the background? It's going to be a long 3 days if they're within sight of each other the whole time. That's what we're expecting though. 3 days of reaching from here to Auckland, then possibly light air as there's high pressure around Auckland right now. But as Gonzalo, our weatherman, says, the systems down there change rapidly and they're hard to forecast. Pretty much anything could happen. We'll let you know Thursday on the next Inside Track.